Hello dear friends, welcome back to tutorial on Solidworks. Today we will have the practical tutorial on the sketch techniques, two-dimensional sketch. So today we will see to draw this practice on the Solidworks. So here the most of the elements is the circles here. So let's start to draw the sketch. So we will start from the center, and here you see the dimension here is the circle is the radius is the 15. So let me for the beginning define the measurement unit that's in the millimeters. So check it. So let's start. So in order to start, so we have to define the firstly the plane where we want to draw the sketch. So I would select here the front plane and select here the sketch, and I will draw here the circle on the center. So in the center here, so here I will draw this circle, and let's define the radius of this circle is the here double click to this one, and let's define it the 15 is the radius, this radius, the circle here. And let's define the sketch. The second circle is this one with the diameter is the 44 here. So select the circle again and sketch the circle here again, and here to define the radius will be the 22. So here, and this convert this to the reference line here, select this one, and here from the option of the circle, activate this for the construction. So we converted this line to the construction line. So this is the construction line, and I will draw this small circle with the diameter of the 10 millimeter. So here select the again circle. I will for the beginning draw here the any circle, and the radius is the 5 here. So close this one, and I will locate this using the geometry constant. So select this center and the control, press the control, and here from the this one select this coincident, so it will coincide with this one. And here again close this one again, the select the center line, press the control and select this one, and make it here the horizontal, so it will be located horizontal on this axis. So here I just located this circle here, and now I will increase this number of the circle in the circular pattern. So here the 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 times. So here we will use here the here the linear pattern, but we will open here the circular pattern of the sketch, and we will select here the pattern, the entity of the pattern. Here in the left side we will select our circle. Here you see it started to be increased, but our number here we will change it to the 6, and here the angle should be the 360, so it will be distributed along the total the circle. Now we will here press the OK to finish our the circular pattern. So in this way we obtained these circles here. Now next step, we can draw the bigger circle with the diameter of the 60 or the radius of the 30. So let's draw the circle again here. Select the circle, and here to select circle from the center and draw the circle here, and let's define this is the radius here, and here the radius, double click to this value, and define as a 30 millimeter and press enter. So here the circle is created. Now we will draw these two circles here for the beginning with the diameter of the 22 and the diameter of the 36. So let's draw two circles that any point like here, this one and this one, and this is the bigger one is radius is the 18, and the smaller one, let me check, is the 11. This one is the 11. Again, we will use the geometric constraint in order to locate this center of these two circles along this line. So just select this center line, and here press the control and select this line and make it here from the relation, make it horizontal. So we located it. Now we will define it is the distance here. Since it is a symmetric value, we will define it from the center as the half of this one is 50 millimeter. So in order to define this one, so the value here we will use the rapid dimension. That's the smart dimension. Select the smart dimension and select this center and this center. Just select this one and select this one and this one, and here the wood value is will be 50 millimeters. So now we can make the mirror of these two circles on the right side. In order to do this, we need to create one center line here. From the line, select the center line and draw any center line. It should be the vertical. So the vertical center line now. In order to make the mirror, select here the mirror entity feature. That's select this one and this one here. You see the two arcs is selected. That is the entities to be the mirrored, and here select this one and select the mirror. The line is this one is the center line. You see it is the mirrored on the right side, and just press here the close one. So here we obtained these two features, the sketch. Now we can connect these two circles with this arc with the radius of 100 millimeters. So here we can use here the arc. There is three options. We can use here the 3-point arc. Select the 3-point arc, and here select the first point, and here the second point, and drag your the mouse on the bottom side and specify the third point. So here define the radius of this arc. You see here, double click here the radius and make it here as the 100 millimeter. So close this one. So you see that arc is created. Also we can make is the tangent here, already the tangent, the relation exists. So now we can draw the upper part of the sketch here. Here we have also the two circles with the diameter of 10 millimeter and 30 millimeter for the beginning. So let's define the sketch two circles and any point here like this and this one. Let's define the circle. The smaller is the 10 millimeter of the radius. Let me check one more time. No, this is a 5 millimeter of the radius, and the bigger one is the 15 millimeter of the radius. So now using again the relation, we need to locate the center of these two circles on this axis. So in order to do this, just select the center point and press the control, and again select this point, and from the relation you see we can make it here the vertical relation. So it is located in the vertical on this axis. Now let's define the dimension between these 2 points is here the 46 millimeter. So again select the smart dimension. So and select this point, again this point, and drag your mouse on the right side and define it is the dimension is the 46 millimeter. So one more, the last features here, we need to make here draw the arcs with the radius of the 8 millimeter. We can also use here again the 3-point arc. So this point and this point, and directly we can write the value of the radius. So It's the 8 mm here, and we can add here the relations of the tangent. In order to do this, select this arc, press the control and select this one, and from here the relation, select is the tangent relation. So you see it will become the tangent, and here the close the dialog. You see here it comes the tangent. The same things we will do on this side. Press this arc, press the control and press this circle, and here the put the tangent constraint and close this one. So you see the two sides will be the tangent with the radius of the 8 mm. We already defined it is the radius here, and we can make it the mirror again of this one on this right side. In order to do this, go to the mirror feature, the mirror entity. So here the select this arc, it is the, and select as a center line here, select this center line, it is the mirror here, and press OK here. The same thing we will do on this side here. We have again here the arc with the radius of 8 mm. For the beginning, we will draw the arc with the 3 points again. Select from the drop down list of the arc, select the 3-point arc, and as a point, select this point, first point, the second point, and drag your mouse in the bottom side, and specify the arc radius as 8 and press enter. So again, we need to define the relation between the arc and the circles. In order to do this, select this one and press the control and select this one, and here add as a relation as a tangent, and close this zone, and again make it here this one, press the control from the keyboard and add a relation of the tangent and close this one. So we add here this arc. Again, we will make it a mirror here, mirror entity. As an entity to be the mirror, select this arc, and here as a center axis mirror, about select this center line which we draw over here. So it is the mirror on the right side, and here the press the OK. So we created the sketch. Now we need to delete some unnecessary lines here. You see here it is the open sections on this side. So in order to do this in the Solidworks, we have the trim entity functions here. You see it is located in the top bar. Select this one, and we need just select here this option trim to the closed one is selected here. You see in the left side, just we need to select the unnecessary sketch here. You see if we select here, it will be trimmed here again, and this one you see it's trimmed, and this one so will be trimmed, and this one also. So and here press this close the dialog button. So let's check out the sketch here. This one also the trimmed this part, so we will again trim the entity and select this one and this one. So and close this one. So here it is the trimmed. Now let me check again here the sketch. Now it's okay. Now one more thing here, and we need to make sure this one is the tangent or no. So let's put the relation here again. Select this one, press the control, and select this one again, and here make it tangent. So you see it will become the tangent. Again, let's make it the same thing on this side. Select the arc, control, press the control, select this one, and close this one. Sorry, one more time. Select this one, select this one, press the control always, and select here the relation as a tangent. So this is the sketch, and if you want to exit from the sketch, here in the right side here you need to press this one. So you see it will finish it. This is the sketch is the first exercise. So here the sketch here.